Don't know why.
Welcome to Sharby, the meme queen that's been shaking up Base and Solana. Sharby is more than just a meme coin. She's a multi-chain powerhouse designed for growth, rewards, and crazy potential. And guess what? We're still massively undervalued, but that won't last long. With 24 months of success and a KYC verified leadership, we're here for the long haul. Whether you're earning a pay-to-hold revenue share or collecting quarterly dividends from our own BBC Whale Fund. And there is so much more. With Sharby.fun, our own revolutionary platform where you can launch big, earn big, and get rewarded, things are getting even more crazy for our holders. Our goal? $100 million market cap, and we're just getting started. So, what does your meme coin do for you? Get some Sharby now.
Okay, so that worked out. Yay. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Sharby Hot Seat 22. That's exciting. I like that I'm being consistent. It takes a lot sometimes to like have that consistency, but I was like, I'm going to do it every Monday. I'm going to do it. So here we are, the 22nd one, and it's Monday. And I want to say good morning to Vett, Randy from Dacat. I have Stratton with us, and we did have Emily from News, but it looks like she stepped down for a minute. She may be a connection thing. She'll be right back up. Oh, there she is. Anyway, yes, good morning. Happy Monday. I want to give a quick update to the Sharby community. We have been, like I've mentioned, testing our platform, Sharby.fun, that is set to launch on Base here shortly. Wanted to give an update that in the background, figuring out all the last things with the stress test, everything went really well over the weekend. We're going to do one more testing where like all of us in the BBC and the DAO, we go and start trading all at one time, kind of like a setup VC thing. And that should be fun. And just continuously implementing the stress tests and using different platforms, different, desktop, cell phone. And it's all we're just really happy. Everything's going really, really well. Maybe a few little UI things here and there that we're catching. But overall, like as a community, as a group, Sharby is just really excited with how everything's going on Sharby.fun. And leading up to the launch of the platform, we are going to, we're going to ramp it up. So we're going to start some marketing initiatives, having some more spaces, joining some spaces, some KOLs, some great connections that we have. And so kind of turning up the heat a little bit, getting ready for the big push for the launch. And so stay tuned, or I guess you'll just see that start happening, right? Because we're going to go all out there. So that'll be exciting. And really, I guess with the conditions right now, it's kind of always, I like how things just happen sometimes, because I know we wouldn't have wanted to launch in these conditions. So it's all good. It's all good. And we're excited, and we'll keep everyone up to date on that. But with us today, and also Stratton is from the Sharby community. He is a great, great person, and I'm happy to have him here with me. And I hope we can make it a regular thing, Stratton, if you're okay with that.
Yeah, definitely up for that. And thanks for having me on. It's really good to be here.
Yeah, definitely. And chime in if you want to chime in for anything, please feel free to do so. I like to keep it like laid back here. And same with the projects. If you want to ask the other project a question or have a comment, please feel free just to use the space to do that. So we will start today. We have Mr. Hodes. Hello, good morning to you. Last week, you hosted me in the war community. We had a great VC. I appreciated you for that. And now we get to kind of like turn the table. I'm so used to always being the interviewer. It's always like a learning curve to go in and get all the questions asked. But thank you for that last week. But other than, being the ambassador there in war, you also have Vett. So please tell us about your project and share it with us today.
Hey, thanks. All dolled up. It was great to have you on the war AMA last week. It was really cool to learn a lot more about Sharby personally. Hopefully we shared a lot of information to the war community and got some traction, some new followers, and did what we needed to do there. So about Vett, launched in January, launched on the BSC side through actually the war launchpad. I got into crypto about 2021 during the height of the bull run, chasing green candles, losing money, learning my lessons the hard way. And, I started on BSC, and so I launched Vett on BSC as well. So a little bit about me. I am a disabled veteran, and I wanted to find a way to give back to other veterans that have it way worse than I do. So I created the Vett token, and this token is a taxable token that provides money, funds for veteran charities. 2% of the buys and sells goes to a dedicated charity wallet, and that charity wallet accumulates funds throughout the month. Every month I research different crypto-friendly veteran charities that I post in the community as a poll. The community can do their own research on which charities are in that poll and vote. They get to vote on where the funds go for that month. The first month that we accumulated funds, it wasn't a lot, but $410 went to a charity called Children of Fallen Patriots. And that charity uses 98 cents of every dollar to support children who have lost one of their veteran parents. And they support the children in providing scholarships so they can go to school. So I felt that was a really good choice from the community to choose them for the donation. We donated the $410 a few weeks ago, just after the first week of February. We got great feedback from them. We're planning on donating again. We probably need to skip this month only because such low volume. The market is red, nobody's buying. So we don't have a lot of funds accumulated in the donation wallet this month. So we might punt it to next month, which is fine. We are going to continue doing this. So Vett is not only a charity token, but it's also a reward token. So if you hold Vett, you're going to get rewarded. For the BSC side, because I'm dual chain, I'm on Infineon and BSC. So on the BSC side, you'll automatically get USDT rewards right back in your wallet. You don't have to claim, don't have to do anything. It's seamless. And if you're on the Infineon chain and you hold Vett token, you'll get ETH right back in your wallet automatically. Made quite a bit of strategic partnerships. We're partnered with War, of course. I used their launchpad to launch the project. Can't say enough good about them and Bruno and his team. Also partnered with Prevail. So we have Prevail shop. It's where you can get some nice Vett merchandise. I'm wearing the hoodie. Here's the one of the tumblers, the travel mug. So I love this one. It has a really good quality top to it, like not a cheap one like some others, but also on their Prevail swap. So you can go to Prevail and buy Vett tokens on a sell list DEX. Also partnered with Memezilla. So we have a lot of good friends in the Memezilla crew. So that's right. Let's see, Master Key Finance. So I started Vett with just two utilities, benefiting the vets first and foremost, but also being a reward token. A third utility came into the mix when Master Key Finance approached me for a partnership. And I wasn't looking to enable staking for the Vett project. However, this partnership with Master Key Finance allows you to stake Vett tokens and get rewarded for that as well. I'm still working with the owner right now to get the process. This is a newer partnership, but you're going to be able to stake your Vett tokens, still receive your rewards, your reflections, and also earn MKF tokens. So why not? Let's see. Also partnered with Infineon. I said the Vett project is also dual chain. So the Infineon network is a new blockchain. It is an ever appreciating layer 2 ETH blockchain, and getting in early on this blockchain is probably some good advice, not financial advice to anybody, but anyway, projects on this blockchain have a ton of potential as the public acceptance grows. Let's see what else. I've been working on some outside avenues for passive income to come back into the project. I started a 501c3 nonprofit organization called the Heroes Alliance. That is going to enable me to write grants and apply for grants to bring outside money into the project, and not just have to rely on volume. So I have gotten the initial acceptance for the Heroes Alliance. It's an actual 501c3 now. I have the EIN for the IRS, the Secretary of State for Washington State, where I'm at. It's all approved. So we're moving forward with that. I've also set up another donation fund through endowment. So if people are not into crypto, they can still donate to the cause. They can still donate to the project. Normies, people outside of crypto, if they feel the need, if they like the narrative of the project, if they like what we're doing, they can still donate, and it goes right to the project. Every dollar that is received goes directly to the project. I don't take anything. Everything stays on the blockchain. So if anybody's interested in where the funds are accumulating in the donation wallet, to the donation itself to the crypto-friendly veteran charities, it's all on the blockchain, and blockchain does not lie. Let's see. I think that's pretty much all I have right now. We had a contest running this past week for a free NFT, which makes me think of the other partnership that we have. Military Finance is another veteran charity token that's been around since 2021. They've donated over $100 million to other veteran charities, and we've recently partnered with them. Crypto Mike, good friend, has offered up 2 of his custom NFTs, and we just completed a raffle in the community, in each of our communities, 1 per. And I think it just ended a few minutes ago as this show started. But somebody out there is the winner of an exclusive NFT. Those NFTs don't have any dedicated utility yet, but we are going to make sure that the people that own those NFTs are rewarded. They're going to get early alpha drops. They're going to get bonuses if they win any other contest, stuff like that. So we'll make sure we hook them up. And yeah, that's pretty much what I got about Vett. Got questions?
Awesome. I have so many comments, but a few things, like, I really appreciate how you're taking that real world, like the nonprofit having the 501c. I mean, here in the US, I'm based in Texas, right? And so like even in our neighborhood, like we see, like my kids go to school, and there was a girl last year, and like both her parents were gone at the same time, right? And or even the thought of losing a parent. That's just really awesome. I like what you're doing. And so I was thinking, when you go to find like these nonprofits that are crypto friendly, I remember a while back I was looking for animal charities that were crypto friendly, but I was like, they're there, but it wasn't as prevalent as I thought it might have been. And are you finding that over time there's more and more that are like these nonprofits that are becoming crypto friendly and will accept the crypto?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I found that not a lot of them do accept crypto.
Okay.
There are a handful, which is great. And if there are non-crypto friendly charities that you are looking for, like you find one and they don't have an option for crypto donations, I've been reaching out to them personally and trying to set it up, because there's a couple different avenues that they can do. There's also through the fund that I'm doing, the charity fund endowment, I think they told me that they have a way that they can donate to non-crypto friendly charities as well. So if there's something that's out there that is not accepting crypto, there is a way to still do it.
Still do it. Yeah, that's really cool. I just and definitely I love projects like Vett because there is such a passion behind it. plus it is it's adding value to the space, right? And merging that, I guess, real world and crypto, the
Yeah.
two worlds together. So yeah, just kudos to you, and you're doing so much. So just
Thank
I
you.
know you'll keep going and keep going, and just really excited for you. That's really awesome. Did anyone else have any questions for Mr. Ho? It's
Yeah, if there's so first off, thank you for your service. Appreciate
Appreciate
that.
that, man.
And is there any for the military finance token? Is like obviously, and we could talk about this off camera, but if you could hook me up with them, that'd be great. We'll have a lot to talk about.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, send me a DM. We'll get you hooked up.
Aye, sir.
Yeah, and I just wanted to finish up and say that I want to do good for the community. I want to make the crypto space in general a better place too. Everything's on the blockchain. It's all visible. It's all transparent. First and foremost, we need to support our veterans that are not getting the support that they need, elsewhere. So, I'm just doing my part, and it's a little bit now, but this has the potential to get huge. So the more we can grow, the more good we can do. And that's what it's all about. I want to make the crypto space a better place, safer place, get rid of all the rugs, and just educate people and make sure they understand how to work with crypto. It's an educational space too. Every day everybody is learning. So, we're just trying to make it a better place for everybody.
100%. So awesome.
really-
Thank you.
I really like what you're doing there. Sounds really good and a really worthwhile cause. So no, that's excellent. It's really nice to see things that are adding value rather than draining resources from people as well. So I had a query about did you say the Infineon blockchain, was it that you were saying you're using?
Yeah, that's the other chain that we're on. It is a smaller new blockchain, but yes, there's a lot more projects being added daily. They are developing this. The blockchain's already out and released and live. They're actually launching their Infineon token on the blockchain here, probably within a month or so. But yeah, it's a big deal. I mean, it's a ever appreciating blockchain, based on ETH, and the base asset just will always continue to appreciate based on volume.
That's excellent. How have you found it between using the Binance chain and Infineon? Is there any kind of noticeable advantages or differences that you see between the two?
Yeah, for me, BSC is easier because I've been on BSC forever. Pancake swap, whatever, super easy, super familiar. The Infineon chain is new to me, so having to bridge over ETH over to the chain, that's a little bit complicated, but it's not that bad. I just need to get more familiar with it. But after you do that, I mean, the same thing, swap your Infineon ETH for a token. Just same old process, different chain.
Yeah, that's excellent. No, thank you. That's really good.
I appreciate the comments. And if anybody else has questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. You can, in the main comments here in the chat, if you have a question, if you don't want to step up and speak or whatever, just post something there. I'll try to answer the best I can.
Awesome. And I will always share your links with a quote tweet afterward too. So or just go to your page, join their Telegram. And I have to say, I was in your Telegram a few times yesterday, but it's such a good energy in there, right? It's really, really organic and just real. So I like your TG too. Okay, so here we go. I was reading the comments. We're getting some comments and I'll pop some up there. I'm going to move over to the real Randy Chavez. How are you today? How is the cat? Meow.
Hey everyone, how's it going? We're doing well. I've been on before, so I won't go too deep into the past, but just so y'all know, I'm Randy Chavez, kind of a makeshift ambassador for Vivi. Vivi is the largest digital collectibles platform in the world. They went over, I think the stat was in 23 or 24. In order to buy anything on there, you have to put in your dollars and buy gems. One gem is equal to $1. And I think last year they had sold their 400 millionth gem. So they're very big. At the end of last quarter, at the end of last quarter, they had about average of 3,000 people per day. Towards the end of this quarter, we'll have a little bit more up-to-date stuff on that as well. Dacat has a comic that will be going on to the VV platform, probably towards the second half of this year. So that's one leg what Dacat's doing. Another leg, we just started something called Dacat Chibi. They're little shorts on YouTube. Unfortunately, because my job as the writer and voice actor is super easy, that takes super quick. But art takes a while, and being able to go in and say, hey, I want to do this with the characters, and I want to do this, that just takes a while to be able to draw out and just have everything done. So we're going to try to get something done once a week for those shorts. So that'll be another arm. Outside of that, there are plans to do physical stuff as well. We haven't 100% locked down all of the revenues that we'll get from that. But that's something where we, as a meme coin, it was fun and still fun. But a lot of these other I feel like people are moving away from meme projects because at the end of the day, most of them are rugs. Most of them have anything. They don't have doxed owners. They don't have like all of the contracts are not renounced. All of their, you could have like one person own 80% of the wallets. Like when the FAFO tokens, there was like 5 of them came out the other day. I think like 3 of them rugged in like 3 hours. And I think there's a lot of people that are getting tired of that. So decided, hey, let's try to do something and get this with some revenues. At this point, I own 100% of the IP. I have no issue selling that in order to raise money, in order to pay for some of these things that we try to do. And then on top of that, at the end of the decade, at the height of the next bull market, my personal goal originally was to buy land in Madagascar through Chavez Charities, and that happens to be where all of the most of the endangered species are in the world, to try to save them. But I think now I'll probably do that with Dacat as well, just to make that just kind of the face of it. As far as utilities go, anyone that goes and collects this comic, they get special mint numbers. We'll airdrop tokens for anyone that goes in and collects all 5 rarities, because you have common, uncommon, rare, ultra rare, and secret rare. If you collect all them, we'll airdrop tokens. And if you're someone from the Sharby community, because Sharby's going to be in there, we'll go in and you collect those things. We'll actually airdrop you Sharby tokens, because I don't know if anyone from the Vett community would be interested in buying a comic about animals. If they, and it's like, oh, well, you get these Dacat tokens and they're just going to sell them. But if for these different communities that are out there, especially the ones that are inside, like Chaos on the Chains, Crappy Bird, we'll be able to go in and say, we'll give you some type of token that has to do with your community. This way they're excited, they don't sell, they hodl. And then outside of that, if you stack the comic, we'll be able to give you some tokens as well. So there's some small utilities now. Again, they'll get bigger as we go on and get some of these physical deals done, but that unfortunately might take a little while. And yeah, that's it. So if anyone has any questions, let me know.
Yeah, definitely reach out to me. I'll grab a comic from you.
Sweet.
Really, I'm really excited, and I'll just watch my tongue because Randy has shared some of the work with me, and it's really exciting, and it's been on X too. But just you guys are grinding 24/7, and I think it's really cool that the real world part of it, because that's such a big industry. I personally don't know about it, but like my son is into all those sorts of things, and like the conventions, and I mean these things, merging the two, I think it's just really cool. I just can't wait to see where it goes. I'm excited. You guys keep grinding and working. Such an awesome community, such awesome support, always there, Dacat. So thank you, Randy, for the update and coming back and hanging out.
Of course. I have a little bit of a cheat code, because anywhere that VV goes and I get to go there and I have this built-in community, I can go on and just kind of be like, oh, wear my Dacat shirt or something like that. Also, you guys were mentioning charities before that accept crypto. I know Best Friends Animal Society does, and the First Responders Children's Foundation does as well. Those are the only 2 I know of. I'm sure there's more.
The Best Friends I've heard of. Yes. Awesome. Anyone else have any questions for Randy? So many comments for Randy. Awesome. And also for you, Vett, there are comments on the YouTube. Did you connect your YouTube, Randy?
Yes, I did. I
Yeah.
am
Okay.
looking at.
Yeah.
I've been not paying attention to those. I'm looking at them
I know
now.
it's hard. It's hard for me because I'm always listening, but they're there. They're there. All right. Awesome. Well, thank you, Randy. We will and we update regularly on your guys' progress too. So thanks for joining and stepping in today. Next up, and another returning guest, but I know we haven't connected news since you had a big event in January. But I'm excited to get an update from you and hear what's going on in the newsroom.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for having us back on. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah,
Great.
great. Okay, that's good. I've managed to sort out my audio eventually. Don't know what was going on, but yeah, it's always really cool to be here and also hear from different projects that I don't know personally very well. I, I'm just going on a tangent here, but the space is just such a strange place at the moment, and like some of you guys were saying, like the pump and dump stuff's just gone out of control completely. You can have the same project coming out 5 times in the same day, and a lot of people don't seem to care. But I think the narrative's changing. But yeah, it's just so nice to come together with projects that are like actually trying to do good. I just wish there was another, there was more that we could do together to unite projects and for the greater good and for the strength of all of us. I think yeah, it'd be nice to look into that more. But yeah, like it's just been a crazy ride, hasn't it, the last few months? But yeah, so like on to news though. After that tangent, yeah, you're right. We had a bit of an event on in January. So we've been around since about I think was it May last year. I took it on as a second CTO lead in about November or maybe October, and it was going all right. But like taking on a CTO, like it comes with its challenges. Anyone that's been involved in CTOs, you'll know them. I don't need to go into them really. But so we decided that we were going to do a relaunch, and that was what we did in January. We just believe in the potential of this narrative so strongly that we just wanted to give it a really solid foundation to build on. And so through the relaunch, obviously we had a rebrand on it. We wanted to keep it a little bit fun, but also a bit more professional. It was very much a kind of DGen logo. I thought it was quite ugly, to be honest. But so we've redone that, and we went straight to Radium at 100K market cap, and yeah, so all our holders got reimbursed 1-to-1. But what it meant, was that we could lock up. We got a lot more supply control, so we've locked up 31% of supply now. That's locked up for a year, and on top of that, we've got good supply control on top of that. And at the moment, especially, I think that's really important, or certainly very helpful. Because people trade the charts a lot. We also we looked into doing a tax, but it's a bit more complicated on Solana. It's not an ideal setup. So what we've done instead is we use our liquidity pools to collect fees, and that means it helps us fund our project. So I mean, basically, what we do in news are kind of at our core. We make like pretty funny DGen news reports. They're like in animation style, but kind of more like South Park, like quite simple. The beauty in that is it means that we can teach anyone to create our content. There's amazing animators out there, but it takes a lot of time and a lot of money to do that. So yeah, like the way we create them is very quick and simple. And if anyone's got like funny ideas, then we can get them on board and they can create content for us. The idea of that is that we can then expand a lot quicker and create a lot more news. So yeah, like in terms of the potential of the narrative, like news, I just think it's crazy that it's not been a narrative that's really been hit yet, because news is absolutely everywhere. It's like inescapable. Even if you try to avoid the news, you see news in some way in your life. You go into space and people are talking about news, which is our ticker. It is literally everywhere, and it can hit any meta. So our videos can cover anything, like whatever is the trending topic at the time. We tend to try and hit them. I guess one challenge that we found is almost it's too open. Like it's really easy to dilute yourself too much and try to be everything. So we've been kind of learning as we go along to like really refine what we're doing and target a bit more. Like what sort of narratives we want to hit. So yeah, we're very much kind of working towards the meme space now and trying to report on like funny events that are happening in the meme space that you wouldn't necessarily get on a a bigger like news platform and bigger project. And yeah, like just working with, so yeah, we work with quite a lot of projects. So some of that's like just like for the culture, or like, you know, if it's good enough for exposure, we will, you know, we'll work just, you know, for nothing. But we also like have a price list, and people that hold news get really big discounts on content. So you know, if people are in other projects and they want some really cheap content, and hold new, you know, if they hold news, then you know they can get that for their project at a good price. So yeah, I mean that's like pretty much the main stuff from news. But yeah, like again, it just seems like really untouched and can literally go in any direction. And it's just a really fun thing to do. Oh, but one thing also that's pretty cool is because we can really target our reports and create them quite quickly, we've had quite a lot of success targeting, well, first of all projects, but also some KOLs, and getting attention of KOLs that like they wouldn't, you know, they're getting 100, 200 replies to their comments. But like, you know, a lot of them are like, you know, cats with hats, or, you know, something really stupid, and they overlook them because there's a lot of them around. But, you know, when we create a bespoke news report for them, and basically just kiss their ass, or like, you know, find a project that they like and report on them and target them. We've had some really good interactions with that. Like, I don't know if you know Shadow and Tay the Gamer, they repost our stuff a lot. Online Boss as well. There's quite a lot of them now that know us and follow us, and they do really like what we do. But yeah, I mean, the market is a funny market. I know it was at Vett you guys launched in January as well, so it was a strange time to launch. Like, it felt like it was a really good time coming up to Trump, and then it all kind of went a bit pear shaped after the Trump token. So yeah, our volume is pretty low at the moment too, to be honest. But yeah, we're just keep grinding, and hopefully the narrative's coming back towards projects like us that are, you know, genuine and here for the long run. Same with you guys, Sharby, and yeah, hopefully the bull run is just starting, but it's a little bit up in the air, isn't it? But yeah, that's pretty much news. So yeah, thanks.
Oh, thank you, Emily. I liked like knowing you guys so long now. I think we met in maybe June. Yeah, it was probably June last year, but just watching you guys evolve, because you have, and I think that's what we kind of have to do in this space, right? Like, we learn as we go. Sharby's gone through the same thing, like releasing a utility, pulling it back, right? Pivoting from 2 chains over to Base, going from Ethereum to Shibarium over to Base. But we evolve and we grow. And you're right. Like, there are these projects out there that are, take everything, we're passionate, like, and we take it seriously, and we care about our investors, and we care about our community, and we care about our other projects and these cohorts that we create. And I just hope we can set that precedence, right? Because at some point, I think everyone's sick and tired of being sick and tired of what is going on, and it'll shift, right? And that's exciting for me to see, because I think you can kind of feel it, but it's one of those things where it's like, I look back, just knowing you guys over the last few years, right? We've just been consistent and working and adding value to the space. And at some point, that's going to matter. It's going to matter, and it's going to count for something, or continuously creating. Just it's going to matter. And that's exciting. And I know that you have put efforts out there to get these projects together, to add value to each other. It is hard to do, right? It's kind of like building a community. It's just like, where's the golden egg? Like, because the community is the gas to these engines. And I think it's probably one of the hardest things to do, but you guys, we just like us, you know, we keep going, we keep grinding, building, adding value, and we'll stand tall, right? So thank you for
Yeah,
sharing the
100%.
update, and congratulations. I definitely know what it's like to go through either a relaunch or a migration. It's not for the faint of heart. Oh my goodness, it's a lot, but you guys are doing awesome. And so yeah, thank you very much, Emily. Anyone have any questions, comments for news? Any of the guests?
When you said you go over like degen news, does it have to be a certain amount? Like, oh, this person happened to put in, you know, 600,000 into this, or does it be a certain percentage of their like net worth? Like, this person only had 30K and they put in 29, and now they have like none to pay rent. Just curious on the degen news.
What, in terms of what our animations are about, you mean?
No, you mentioned that you just covered DJ. Like, did you cover DJ
Oh, I
news
see. So I know. I
specifically?
mean, like it's like I mean, like the animation style is very like degen. Yeah. So more like
Oh,
simplified
gotcha.
animation is what I mean. Yeah.
Disregard. I misunderstood. My bad.
Yeah. No problem.
Hi Emily. Yeah, it sounds a good project. I was just kind of wondering how's the relaunch been and how's the community been? Because I know it can be very tricky sometimes. How have you found everything so far?
It's a good question. We definitely found it. We're in a much better position than we were. Like I'm definitely really glad we've done it. Yeah, with like the supply control and things like that, it's a big help. And with our content creators, some of them just work for their bags. We've got a few of them that are kind of it's more like a small job for them. So it's really nice to be able to pay them a small amount for their work, and it means a lot to them. So all that stuff's really good. We have got like a really solid core community. I'm sure you guys can relate. Really solid core community that always turn up. A lot of people come and go. When you launch or relaunch, like there's the initial hype and that dies down, and it's not been an easiest time for it. Maybe there's maybe never the best time for these kind of things, but especially when everything at the moment is focused on things that are 2-3 days and they're gone, and people seem to be have been accepting that as the norm. It's inevitable that your community has its ups and downs, but I think the good thing is it kind of like clears the swamp, and you really get to know who is really in it for the long run. And so yeah, I suppose in that way it's good that who you do have is a much stronger like foundation, I would say.
Yeah, that sounds really good. Sounds like community's getting built up kind of stronger now that it has happened. So it sounds that's really good.
Yeah, I think Stratton, we can attest to that when you go through, especially your core or our BBC or our DAO, when you go through a migration or something like that, it just brings you all closer together, right? And there are going to be those that have questions, but at the end, it's like this is a family, and now we're gonna pick all up and get our U-Hauls and move over here. It's just like it seems like herding cats, right? And then it's like it all works out, and you just keep going. But I want to ask that what I was speaking to, and have our guests respond to, like, do you guys feel a shift in like the meme token, or like the future of meme, and what's happening with all of these bad actors? Do you feel like there's going to be a shift in Web3 towards maybe what a meme coin needs to do, or I don't know, just sharing your thoughts on that?
I mean,
Anyone
me
can
personally,
start.
I'm sick of all the rugs. I
Yeah.
purposely do not invest in memes right now just because you can't tell what is good and what's going to last. You do
Mm-hmm.
your own research and your due diligence on the owner, the creator, the dev, the tokenomics. I mean, all of that. And if there's no utility to it, it's not going to last. That's like a 1 in a million chance that it's going to spike and then maintain itself.
Mm-hmm.
So no, I'm hoping that the world opens their eyes and realize that a lot of these are just pump and dumps. And if you're in it for a quick buck and get out, that's one thing. But yeah, I'm personally sick of it. I want to find a project that has utility that's going to be around for the long run, because I hold moon or dust.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not trying to make profit until I can take respectable little bits of profit at a time and not kill the chart.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Preach. There's I think there's this revolution going on, and in some aspects it has matured a bit, in some aspects it hasn't. When you take a look at just traditional finance and the stock market, if you have no idea what you're doing and you don't know anything about finance, you could just put it in the VOO or the SPY, something that tracks the S&P 500, and you'll on average make 9 to 11% every year. Any type of investor worth their salt, or any type of money manager will be like, hey, just do that. And that's fine. And then that sucks a lot of dumb money out of the markets. Right now, you don't have that for crypto, and David Sachs, the crypto czar, kind of just doubled down on that and said, like, hey, meme coins and NFTs are collectibles, and it's not the job of big daddy government to tell these thinking, reasoning adults what is good and what is bad. If you buy a meme token that, again, 80% of the wallet, 80% of the supply is in one wallet, and they're not docs, like, don't be surprised when it goes down, and don't be surprised when it rugs. So I think that in the NFT and meme coin aspect in 2021, the market's almost never wrong. Like, and if you go back to like the late 90s in the dot-com bubble, the free market was not wrong. The internet was going to be the thing that changed humanity forever, and it was. Unfortunately, they just got a little overzealous, and they said, "Hey, we're going to make this company worth $1 billion," and they have like no revenue. And obviously, that mistake was made countless times. Does that mean the internet died forever? No, it's just that a couple of these bigger ones, like Google, Amazon, et cetera, they just got the majority. They just got the lion's share. And it did take off, but people got overzealous. So I think with NFTs and meme coins, now that they've evolved, NFT project in 2021, when I was at NFT NYC, everyone and their sister was asking me to make a video and do whatever. Like, oh yeah, we're these cool, interesting, like ducks. I don't know if any duck project had. I'm just use that as an example. And again, no utility. They're 2D JPEGs, and none of them lasted. Like every single project that talked to me, with the exception of Neopets, as was done. The ones that I had chose to cover, obviously Vivi and Omi. I was covering other digital collectibles companies just because they were in the space. But when you have something like Recur that had raised $50 million at a $350 million valuation, yeah, they had cool IP. They had Hello Kitty, they had Rugrats, they had all this like Nickelodeon stuff. They had Star Trek. But again, without any recurring revenue and a small base class, like, and again, still 2D JPEGs, the communities that are out there now, they're not going to put up with the same things that they put up with in 2021. They want these 3D digital collectibles or comics that you can read in AR, or again, they want utility and they want revenues. So I think the market is evolving a little bit. I do see that people are getting tired, especially on Solana. Solana just has the pump fund, and a bunch of money has shifted over from Solana to Ethereum. I think because people are tired of getting rugged, in a sense that crypto now that might not need like a VO or SPY. They might just, I think crypto is evolving a lot quicker, and they might just say, hey, if it has revenues, docs owners, great. If not, then they're going to stay away. I know that was a really long-winded response. I'm sorry about that.
No, it's great. It's great. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, I think the it's shifting. So I wanted to hear your thoughts on it, because I think Sharby was my very first project, right? I had never been in the space before, but just over the 2 years since I've been here, like that sentiment, energy, focus, like it's gone through shifts. And I just feel like one right now, just what I see in kind of my closed loop, right? We get in our little spaces, is definitely there's that shift happening. Did you have a comment,
Yeah,
Emily?
I was
Yeah.
just gonna agree with that and say, like, I mean, we're purely Solana at the moment. Hopefully, we will follow Sharby, and I probably need to learn from you about where we should be migrating and things. But yeah, certainly from the Solana point of view, like I feel there's a lot of anger going on. Since Trump and everything that's happened since then. People have had a lot of false hope and put a lot of money where they maybe shouldn't have, and a lot of being obviously has come out about, people knew that there was cabals, but just how organized it was and how complicated it was and how much money they were really extracting. So yeah, I think it'll be really interesting to see. I'd rather he didn't launch a coin, but it'll be really interesting to see how this Kanye coin goes. I've noticed a lot more people kind of saying, I'm not going to buy that, especially now it's been linked to the Dodge and all dogs, and now, there's a lot more going on. Like, it'll be really interesting to see if people have learned their lesson. I'm sure a lot of them haven't, but I feel like it will be how that goes might help dictate how it's going to go from then. A lot of the liquidity has been extracted already. Maybe that's, like you guys are saying, a lot of dumb money is gone. So hopefully the money that's been kept will shift into better projects. But yeah, I think time will tell in the next few weeks. But yeah, I mean, with that guy that killed himself, I don't know if you guys heard about it, but the guy that killed himself on live stream after losing his money on one of these scams. I mean, that's brought a lot of anger too, quite rightly. And yeah, I mean, it really is time for a change, isn't it? So fingers crossed.
I think I think it's a difficult one with ones like that, because there's a kind of, with the market, it's a free market, so people should, I suppose, be allowed to get involved with what they want to get involved with. That's one way to look at it. And I think with the meme coins, or the ones that don't have utility, are on a lot of them that will disappear after 5 minutes, it's allowing basically gamblers to gamble. You know, it's actually making it a lot more accessible and probably a lot more normalized. Instead of saying, "Oh, I've got a gambling habit," people, no, I just dabble with crypto. So it's kind of it's going to be interesting to see that side of things. If that will, I think it will probably reduce quite a lot, but I think there's always going to be that element of people that want to actually, they're kind of aware of the risk, but quite happy to gamble away, like, you know, like the horses or whatever else people choose to throw their money at. But I would definitely agree that because the publicity has been happening quite recently, with the cabals and stuff, I think it should hopefully change a bit. But I don't think it will disappear altogether anytime soon.
Yeah, I go ahead, Randy. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say that on the for the guy that unalived himself on live stream, that news was talking about, everyone just comment F down below to pay respects, you know, because God forbid that happens to anyone that we know. Obviously, the space was crazy. Yeah.
Yeah,
definitely.
I did see one post about it, but that, I mean, that just, you know, that's a gut punch. It's yeah, it's a lot. So comment, like Randy said, pay respect.
I do have
And
a question for you guys though.
yeah,
In 2017, when I first got into finance, and it was like my first big boy job, I was making more money than I ever had, and it opened a lot of doors, and some of those doors were great, but some of those doors were not so great because I feel like Stratton will get this reference. I am a drinker.
Why
I
should I get it? Is it the accent?
yeah, I love that. I love that movie. And
Yeah.
the Joker.
now I could afford in 2017 to like drink the good stuff, and I could afford to do things that my degen and addictive addict mind could do. How do you guys go and plan to, when your projects take off and suddenly your net worths have a zero added to them, or even two zeros added to them? How do you plan to live life and not live too much life and go off the rails? Or is that only a concern for me? Because
Well, Stratton has promised me a Sharpie tattoo. No, I'm just kidding.
That's
He
the one.
is. Yeah. On Sharpie Island. No. But you know, that's interesting. And it's actually a really good point, Randy, because I think it's something to be very aware of. The Volt Enu community does a space every week, kind of centered around this. Like, what are you prepared for if that happens, right? Because we all sit here and maybe it hasn't happened to us, and like you in 2017 you came into a lot of money. Do you have a plan in place for when that does happen? And that is something to talk about. Or even if something were to happen to one of us, right? Like, do we have someone that knows what we have, you know, that we trust? And so those types of planning things are super important. Have I thought about it? Yes. And I really, Hero and I both say, like, I don't think our lives would change much. And if I did come into a large sum of money, I don't think I would want those around me to know. I think it would be something where our lifestyles probably stayed pretty close to where it's at. You know, we have 4 kids, and you know, we got about 7 years left till they leave the nest. So I think it would just be definitely, I could go to Bali whenever I want, but I don't know if my necessarily my lifestyle would change for me
Bali would be
personally.
great, but Bali has this like they have this law of like they're really anti-drug, which I guess is good, but yeah, I don't know if Bali would be the right place for me.
I don't think I would start drugs or start drinking though. I
think
might get a
No,
Sharpie
definitely have a plan
tattoo.
in place, though. Think about it. It is serious.
Yeah, no, it is. Yeah, it's that wealth, if that wealth came in, like what would you do? And do you have a plan? It's good to think about. And Hero and I even, we talk like like if there's something I don't know about, because you do so much on the weekly or on the monthly, it's like but these are conversations that you need to have, or have someone that you entrust, right? If your partner isn't in crypto, like telling your wife, we talk about this in our DAOs sometimes. It's like, oh yeah, like my wife doesn't do anything with this, but if something, she knows enough that, or maybe in our DAO, right? We support each other that way. So yeah. But anyone else, I'm curious too, to Randy's question.
I think it's like anything. It's like winning the lottery or anything that's going to be perceived as being life changing. It kind of depends for me, age and stage, where you are in your life, what you've gone through, and also as you rightly brought up, having a plan. If you were coming into money in your early 20s, and it's really life changing money, you don't necessarily have a family or responsibility, then yeah, it's just going to be one big party. I would say it'd be very difficult not to do that. But I think if you're getting a bit older and you've probably gone through some of that before, or you've got some of the madness out your system, then it's a different it's a different type of enjoyment. Whereas before you might want to be going out and get smashed 7 days a week. This time it might be, let me go on a nice holiday, or it's balancing up from that point of view. And I suppose it's a very very individual thing, but also yeah, definitely you need a plan. It's not just because you get to a point where your life changed with the money. It's like life doesn't end there. So what's the next? To me, you always have to have a goal. So the money's almost like a byproduct of the planning, and it's an indicator to a point of your success. But once you get to that, there's always a next thing to be going to. So it's whether you have that in place, or whether your plan is to get there and you don't have anything after. Then that I would say it'd be quite tempting to be on the Quaaludes, to be honest. So yeah, there we go.
Yeah, just a learning curve to it. So obviously, yeah, I was just curious. You mentioned tattoos. I haven't really gone too far into this, but I have a bunch of tattoos, and I had this idea of having communities pay me to get a tattoo of their mascot, and then I would live stream it. And I don't
Okay.
know what to charge.
Sponsorship.
I don't know. What would you guys what would be a fair thing to ask? Like obviously the cost of it, obviously, but then how much money on top of that?
Ooh, that's permanent, so it'd have to be pretty hefty.
Is that face
You would have to
tattoo?
believe in the project.
Face.
Definitely not
Whereabouts
like
you having the tattoo?
a face tattoo, like maybe like I don't know,
Okay.
6 figures. It'd have to like that's kind of insane. But I mean neck one
Pay per
maybe it wouldn't
inch, probably,
Yeah.
or price per centimeter over here. And you guys
Yeah.
don't do that. Another, yeah, Stratton will get it. Scottish.
Yeah,
Pay
yeah.
per centimeter.
I suppose really, I think from us, it's more kind of a community kind of process. So if you're holding a certain amount of tokens, and when we get to 100 million market cap, then you obviously get the option to have a tattoo somewhere, and then you get
Yeah.
you get a bigger revenue share. So it's kind of built in like that. It's more to incentivize rather than directly.
It's almost like
Yeah,
staking, but on your body.
exactly. It's like a permanent NFT.
Yeah, and if you unstake your tokens, you have to get the tattoo removed.
That's right. Well, yeah, we haven't got to that bit yet, but that could be an idea.
Okay, wait, Randy. So to get Sharby tattooed on your arm, what monetary value do you put on? What are you thinking? I'm
Oh,
curious.
so I would probably charge you less because I know you guys, and
Uh-huh.
I don't know, like the cost of the tattoo plus 2K.
I
Okay.
mean, I can do the tattoo for you if you want.
If you fly over to America. Well, wait, where are you based out of, Stratton?
I'm UK. I'm in London.
I might be there in May.
Okay.
So I'll be in a place called Kent. Are you familiar with
All
that?
right, Kent. Yeah, it's just in the outskirts. Yeah, I know where
Yeah.
Kent
Well,
is.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
if you guys want to do like, again, whatever the cost of the tattoo is probably not going to be too much. But obviously, I wouldn't get it huge, and I wouldn't get it a crazy inappropriate version of Sharby. It would be a normal, because obviously Sharby
Yeah.
can be all drawn in many ways. But if you
Yeah.
want to do something like that, let me know. That'd be fun.
When did you say May? Was that what you were
Yeah,
coming
I mean,
over in May?
I don't. I mean, I'd rather get because in May you could have the crypto market be completely different and everything ran already. And it like what I want to do with half of that money is I'd like to uh, just chuck half of it into crypto. And I feel like by May, we're kind of we'll be getting close to peak bull market, and everything that I want to buy will probably be way up by that point. Because the
Right.
2K I don't really see as 2K. The 2K I see as more like 10K after investing.
Okay. Well, at least May would give me it would give me a chance to practice to do my first one on you. So it'll
Wait,
be
you
all
haven't
right.
done this before?
No, we'll get there. There's plenty of time. Don't worry. Don't worry.
No,
We've got a few months. You'll be fine. Don't worry about it. I'll come back to you. We'll be
I'm
fine.
gonna worry about it. I'm getting in America. I'm gonna get.
It's fine. I'll fly there. It's all right. Just send me your address. It's fine. DM me your address. I'll come over and do it in my
Yeah,
kit.
it's
It's fine.
probably.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think. How about 2K for the whole thing, and I won't charge you the additional however much the tattoo is gonna be, just so I can get it here in America.
That's fine. There'll be a
So
face tattoo. But anyway, we'll discuss. Don't worry.
so this is very funny to me because if you're in the Sharby BBC and you join the BBC, Stratton will welcome you and offer his tattoo services. And he says, "Did anyone tell you when you enter Sharby's BBC about the tattoo you have to get?" So this has been going on for a while, and so it's making me get a good laugh. But yeah, Randy, he's never done one, but we could probably find like a gun on Amazon and I could send it
Yeah.
over. Yeah,
Yeah.
no
Yeah.
problem.
Can't be that hard.
No way. No way. Maybe you could
Randy's gone
stencil
quiet. Yeah.
Okay, maybe in the US. You're in East Coast, right, Randy?
Yes,
Yeah.
I am right now currently in the great state of Ohio. Yeah.
All right.
Nice.
I love it. Love it. Love it. Awesome, guys. Well, we're at the top of the hour. That went fast, but great time. So many great comments on the YouTube. X. I just want to share this one. This was on the money. I would continue to work Dacat, pay off house and remodel a little, stake a portion into something to create passive income, retired from day job, not worry about a normal vacations, wait another 4 years, increase passive income pool, continue to help. I love that. That's a great one. They know. Oh, build Dacat and build my dream home. Enjoy life. Raise and repeat. Awesome. Well, thank you, each of you, for joining us. A great time. We appreciate you. Sharby appreciates you. Stratton, I'm grateful you joined. Maybe I can
No problem.
crowd you in next week too. But with that, we all keep going. Really great projects. Excited to continue to watch you all evolve and grow. And we will see you next week on the hot seat. Thank you, guys.
Brilliant.
Thank you
Thank
very much.
you. Cheers.
Appreciate it.
Thank you very
Bye.
much.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.